in the UK, bringing you another Friday Live. Happy Friday to everyone. Yeah, it's been a lovely long week full of rain and sun and more rain and more sun in the UK. So we've been enjoying the variable weather. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to sharing a card with you tonight. I'm just going to wait a few minutes to see if anybody hops on and watches live. If you are watching live, do give me a thumbs up if you enjoy what you're watching. And if you're new to my channel, please click that subscribe button and the little bell down below for notification of future videos. And thank you if you're watching. I can't see any comments at the moment, so if anyone of you are watching, do let me know. Just leave a little comment there and that would be great, because then I'll know you're there. If you're watching on replay, thank you so much again, and hope you enjoy it. So I got some happy mail today from one of my wider team in Stampin' Up, and she sent me this gorgeous card. Let me move these papers so you can see. How fun is this card? It is gorgeous. And it's very clever. It's called a Bendy Card, and it has some little slots in it. So you can slot it together, so you can put it flat in the post. Hello, Helen. Lovely of you to join me. Brilliant. So you can put your card flat so it can go in the envelope, but then when you kind of put it together, it stands up. It's a really special card. Let's have a look. Pop it in, and it stands up like that. How clever. And I do believe this is the Beauty of the Earth suite from Stampin' Up she's used, with the die cuts and the stamping and these gorgeous birds. And she's used the brickwork embossing folder, and she's written me a lovely message on it, and I was just so thrilled to get it. Now, I've never made a Bendy card before, so she did inspire me to have a go. And so I've been playing around all afternoon, and I'm going to show you what I've learned. I'm going to try and teach you to make a Bendy card. Now, it's interesting because I watched a few videos, I got a little bit frustrated, so I've tried to break it down so that you can make it, and I'm trying to make this kind of tutorial as simple as I can to so you can see the actual elements of how to make one, any kind of style that you like. I love these little birds. This is my friend Julia Batten. You can find her at Stamp and Create with Julia. Okay. I'm going to show you how I'm going to make one. Now, I have decided to go with the suite as a peach suite. It's really beautiful, so gorgeous. This is our annual Stampin' Up catalogue, and these are the stamps and dies I'm going to be using, these peach themed ones, and those are the stamps and the dies at the bottom. And you can't actually see the designer series papers so well on there, so if I slip to the page which is slightly later on the catalogue, which shows you a much better glimpse of all these gorgeous peachy papers, we're going to be using some of those. They are gorgeous. Right, okay, so here we go. Now, I have made myself some instructions so that I hopefully don't go wrong. Do bear with me. All right, so what you need is you need some main elements for your card base. Okay, so I've taken some of the colours from the designer series paper and I've chosen those. So the blue in it, as you will see in these papers, there's quite a bit of blue, is balmy blue. Okay, so this is going to be part of my card base, and this piece of cardstock is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. Okay, so I've got one balmy blue, and then I have got another one exactly the same size, and I've chosen that in Calypso Coral. Okay, so let me see what we're going to do here. Right, I'm going to take the Calypso Coral piece first and show you what I'm going to do with that, and leave the blue piece to the side. Now, I've got an embossing folder. So I thought I'd use the same embossing folder that Julia did, because it goes really well with what I'm going to do, and I just thought it would work. So I've got my embossing folder. It's called the Bricks and Mortar, and it's a 3D, it's a deep embossing folder. It's fab. So I'm just going to pop my piece of cardstock in there and run it through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, which is next to me. We'll just take out these plates and put the one in that I need. I've got number 4 to go in there with that one. Let's pop it through, and you'll see how well it embosses Oh, hang on, I've got too many bits left in my sandwich, I think. Yeah, no, that's odd. Doesn't want to go through this time. Oh no, it does, it's fine, just me. There we are. Okay, so here we go. I used this on one of my lives the other day with a plants one. It's great, isn't it? Because it kind of, some of it's like raised and some of it's not quite as raised, and it's got all this textured detail. Really love that one. So there we go. I'm going to move my embossing plate and my embossing folder out of the way. I'm going to pop the light on. Doesn't seem very bright. I'm not sure if that helps. Have we got a lot of shadow? We sometimes get that in the evening on a Friday. Let's move this light in a little bit, see if that'll help. How's that? We still have a bit of shadow, but hopefully that helps a little bit. So there, you can probably see that a little bit better now. Look, it's so good, isn't it? Okay, so we're going to start cutting this up. So we will take the trimmer. Okay, I'm going to pop our piece in it. And with a long side at the top, we are going to score the edge at 1/2 inch, which is right here. So move the cutting blade and score the edge at 1/2 inch like that. So you can see we've got a score mark. Okay. And then I am going to turn it right the way around, and I'm going to score the other half, the other end, at 1/4 inch. Don't need that one quite so large. Okay. And then with a short side at the top, we're going to cut it at 2.5 inches all the way down. So we have 2 pieces. Okay, let's move this out of the way. So here we go. Do leave me a comment or chat if you feel chatty. I love to see what you're saying, if you like it. Okay, so we've got our 2 pieces. One's bigger than the other. That's what we want it to be like. And we have this here and this here. Okay. And I've got the back piece. Right, now let me just check that I've got this exactly how I need it to be. So I made myself some little templates so that I knew what I was doing. Okay, so where these little 1/4 inch pieces are, we're going to make a little tab that's going to slot our card together. So I'm going to grab my little paper snips and I'm going to make a tab at either end. So all you need to do is grab your snips and make a tab. Now it doesn't really matter how far along you make it. Okay, and then just cut off the excess. Let's do it that way around. I'm a bit quick-handed. There we are. So you've got a tab on there now. So that's going to slot into your card. Let's move those bits. And I'm going to do the same on this side. So both sides are going to have a nice little tab. Make sure I do it the right way. Always tempted to do it the wrong way. I'm not sure why that is. Okay. Put that on there. Okay, so we're getting there. We've got our first 2 pieces ready and done. And we've got our main back piece. Okay, so the next bit is, with your big solid piece, I've already done what I'm going to do, but I better do it again to show you. Right. I am going to take my trimmer. Okay, you can see what I've done on the back. I'll do it on this side now. I'm going to take my trimmer and I am going to line it up at 4 inches. So here, but we're not going to cut or score. We're going to take a pencil and we're going to run a light pencil mark. Hi, Mum. We're making a bendy card. I'm going to make a light pencil mark down the middle of your channel so you can see that like that. Does that make sense? Okay, so we've got that there. Let's move this one out of the way. We're going to bring it back in a minute. Okay, so then we're going to take the 2 strips that we've got, and I'm going to take the larger strip, and I'm going to line this up with that pencil mark right here. Do you see? Make sure we've got it right lined up there. Hi, Carol. How are you? Oh, doesn't it feel good? We're all together. Even if it's on the World Wide Web, we're all together. I'm using a pencil, and I'm going to mark the shoulders of that little tab. Hello, Jen. Hello, everybody. How lovely. So I have marked that, and I've now got 2 heavy pencil marks there. Okay, I am going to take my trimmer, and I'm going to pop it back in. It's nowhere near as complicated as it looks if you just break it down step by step. And I'm going to cut a little line from one to the other. Now mine won't look very neat because I've already done it once already. But as long as there's a line there, and you can kind of see that I have a line, that's where we're going to tuck it in. So we've got that one. Okay. Right. So take the last 2 inches, draw the line. Okay. Now I can't remember what I've got to do now. So that is that. Let's move this out of the way. Oh, yes. So that was right. So that was at 4 inches. Draw a line, mark the tabs, cut the line. Larger piece. Okay, and then we line up the score line at 2 inches. Let me see. I've got my other piece here to make sure I know what I'm doing. One that I made earlier. Yeah. So, one that I made earlier. So this score line. So this score line here with a 1/2 inch is, line that up at 2 inches, I believe. I hope I'm doing this right. 2 inches. I could do it like that. That would be better, wouldn't it? The dog's just let himself in. And we are going to draw a line with our pencil straight through again. Then we are going to line this one up. You can imagine what kind of faff I was getting myself into. So I was like, let's make this as simple as we possibly can. Okay, so we're going to line these 2 up, and we're going to then heavily mark the shoulders again of that piece. So it's here to here. You could have a smaller tab, and then you'd have a smaller cut line, wouldn't you? Okay, and then we're going to pop it in, and we're going to cut that where that is. Oh, I don't want to cut it right through the bottom, otherwise it'll all fall apart. Okay, and you can just make sure it fits. Yeah, that fits pretty much. You can see how the tab comes through. So that fits like that. Okay. Right, we can move our trimmer, I think, now. Okay, so I think we're all done, and I think we can remove our pencil lines. So you can just get a rubber and take out the pencil lines pretty simply. Oh, I know what I should have done before I did this one is put our designer series paper on, so I might just do that again. Okay, so I think that's what I'll do is I'm going to take the piece of designer series paper. Now I chose this piece. I really thought this was really pretty, and I just made it 1/4 inch smaller. So that is 5 1/4. What did I say it was? I said it was 5.5. No, I said it was, yeah, 5.5 by 4.25. So the designer series paper needs to be 5.25 by 4 inches. Okay, and we're going to make this slit again now I've stuck it together. It's also very pretty on that side. So I learned to make the base with no embellishment on first, and so I keep forgetting to stick the designer series paper on before I do the cut. Okay, so let's put that on. Lovely. And then we're going to do the same thing as we did before. So we're going to pop it in. We're going to line it up at 4 inches. It's not very straight, is it? The thing about Tombow is that it gives you a little bit of grace to get it right. That will do. Okay, perfect. Okay. So we now need to line it up at 4, which is what we did before. Draw a pencil line, not too dark. Okay. Get our large piece, line it up. I can bring it right down to the bottom. Mark the shoulders like that. Oh, see, I'm off now. Bring the trimmer in. Check we've cut the line, which we have. And then we can get rid of that trimmer now for the time being. Okay, we are cooking with gas. Okay, so I will show you how this fits together. I am all gluey. Okay, so these wrap around the back of here like so. So let's do that. Let's pop some glue on. There we go. I think I need to shut my door. Somebody's listening to some TV. Okay. So put it there and it's going to go on the back. So it's going to wrap around the bottom nicely. Make sure it's all straight and flush. It's going to go on. Oh, I forgot to do another step. Can I still do it? Yes, I can. So what I'd like to do is curve these. Do you see how Julia curved the fronts of her Bendy card? I'd like to curve them too, because I made a straight one, but I actually much prefer it with a bit of curve on it. Let's grab a long scissors. And I did make myself a little template. Now you can, if you have a bendy ruler, like an arty ruler that you sometimes, I had a scrapbooking one once, I can't lay my hands on it. You can do that. You can use a die with a nice edge, border edge, or you can just do it freehand, which is what I've done, and I'll just do that now. So I'm literally just going to make a nice curved edge on my brick wall. Why not? Like that. That's the front. Because I was thinking about putting designer series paper on it, and then I changed my mind to the brickwork. And this one, I don't think it matters. I didn't follow a pattern before. I just did it freehand, so I don't think it makes any difference how you do it. It might. Experiment. There we are. So remove that. Take all of this out of the way. Now we can stick it together. Lovely. So that's now on there. You can see it kind of makes quite a difference, doesn't it? And then I'm going to do the same on this one. Like that. Man out the front has got his lawnmower out. I suppose that's the beauty of the summer. And that one goes down there like that. Okay. Right, I just need to take away that pencil line. Sorry if it's making the camera wobble. There, you'd never know it was there. So this is how our Bendy card fits together. So, first of all, this little tab will fit through this one. This is before we decorate it. I'm going to show you how it works. Okay, that one fits through that one. And then this one will fit through that one. And there you have it. It's quite cool, isn't it? Quite cute and quite cool. But now we're going to decorate it, and this is where the really fun part comes in. So we've done all the cutting and the scoring and all of that stuff. And I thought we'd play with the peaches. Now here's the one that I made earlier on when I was playing around. This one just is straight at the top here. And I put some of the peaches on that. So I'm going to show you what we're going to do. Let's show you these gorgeous stamps. They are so beautiful. I've got some scrap paper. I have got the Sweet as a Peach stamp set, which is really gorgeous. It's got a great big peach. It's got 3 small peaches. It's got these, which is all one stamp. It's got the flowers. It's got a lot of beautiful sentiments, the tiny flowers and lots of leaves. Okay, and these are the peach dies. And the peach dies cut out all of these images, pretty much all of them. So they are amazingly useful. There's a very useful branch right there, and lots of also extra little leaves with an embossed vein on. So fabulous. So we're going to have a bit of fun with these now. I've got a lot of them out, and I'm going to show you a really fun trick with these stamps. So let's grab the 3 peaches, and I chose to do Pale Papaya and Calypso Coral. To get a really variegated peach, you can use a couple of different colours, and this is where it makes it come to life. So I am using Pale Papaya as my main base colour, and I'm just inking up the stamp. And you've got 3 peaches together, but when you cut them out with the dies, they come out separately. So there we go. So that's what it looks like just with the Pale Papaya. But if we ink this one up, and then we bring in the Calypso Coral on the edge of a sponge dauber, just a little bit, you don't want very much, and just kind of go around the edge of your peach on the stamp, you can really change it and give it a lot more depth and more peach looking. Can you see how different that is? I think it's fabulous, and such a simple thing to do makes such a difference. So stamp yourself quite a few little peaches like that. Okay. And then you can stamp yourself some of the flowers. Now I used Calypso Coral and Petal Pink for the flowers. So again, we have 3 on the block as one stamp, and stamp it up in the Petal Pink, so you get that covered there nicely. And then take your sponge dauber, I've still got plenty of ink left on it, and just go around the edge or a little bit, wherever you like, on your flower, and it will really make a difference. And it'll give you that beautiful depth of different colours. So do plenty of flowers and plenty of peaches. And then I've picked out Early Espresso, just a dark brown, and a tiny little stamp that looks like a star. And I'm going to do the centres of the flowers, and it just makes them pop like that. So do those ones. And then what did we do? we need some Pear Pizzazz. These are the colours that are in the papers. So Pear Pizzazz is going to be the leaves. Now, just ink it all the way up. Don't make as much mess as I did. Like I did there. That's quite messy. And stamp yourself some leaves. 3 or 4 sets of these leaves. Do you see how they got lovely gaps in? That's where your peaches and your flowers will sit. So that you can, if you were doing it on a card and you weren't cutting them out, you could just stamp your leaves and then stamp your peaches or flowers in the middle like that. It's kind of like masking, but done for you. All right. Okay. Now I'm going to show you how to stamp the peach. I'm going to turn it over because I've already stamped all the things we need. So I did exactly the same as I did with the little peaches. I used pale papaya and calypso coral. I'll show you on the big peach, like this one. It looks like that, but if you put the pale papaya on and then just come down the side a little bit with the calypso coral, it looks so much more peachy with a kind of yellow in the middle. Does that make sense? Okay. And then you're going to need the little leaf stamp. And that gets stamped. It's not a little leaf, it's a big leaf. And that gets stamped in Pear Pizzazz as well. So you need to stamp 2 peaches and 2 lots of leaves if yours is going to look like mine. All right, we are getting there now. Now, I've decided there are rather a lot of great sentiments in this set. Loads and loads. Sweet as a peach, have a peachy day. Oh, Joe, I'm so glad you're here. Happy birthday. Thanks so much. Let's celebrate you. You're as sweet as a peach. Thanks for being as sweet as a peach. Hello, friend. Hope your day is, you could put peachy, to a sweet friend. I love all these sentiments, but I thought it's really unusual and I thought it was a bit of fun. So I'm going to use have a peachy day. And instead of just stamping it onto a piece of cardstock and cutting it out as a sentiment, I'm going to stamp mine onto the peach. And I'm going to use that early espresso stamp pad, ink pad even. Oh, hope you're enjoying this. I'm actually it won't take too long. It's quite a complicated card. It's not really, but it feels like it. But it won't take too long. So I am going to stamp have a peachy day on top of the peach. Okay. Have a peachy day. I just thought it was fun. Why not? And then we take the peach dies and I'll show you how they will cut everything out. So this peach cuts out this one. And then the leaves cut out these. Okay. And then these bits all cut out as one. Like, oh, I had it back to front. Did I? There. I couldn't see what I was doing. So that one cuts out that one completely as one piece. This one, these cut the peaches out and you get 3. And you can see exactly which one it's meant to be because it only lines up in the right way, like that. And the flowers are the same. And then there's these gorgeous little flowers I haven't used, but I'm desperate to use. And these, so many. There's also this, which fits some of the sentiments. It's a little die with an embossed ridge on, which is rather nice. Okay, so that's showing you that. I've already cut a lot out just to save some time this evening, because you could stand and watch me cutting out all night long, and that would be very boring. So I've just cut out a selection of bits to embellish my card with. Stamped and cut it all out ready. So let's have a look and see what we're going to do with it. Okay, let's undo it. So fun, isn't it? So I think what I'm going to do is pop my peaches on first. I've got 2 large ones like that. I think I'm going to just see how that's going to sit. Yeah, I'm going to glue this one on, and I'm going to put the other one on a dimensional foam pad. So it gives me a general idea of where I want things to go. I love Julia's idea of making a scene with this. I think we've got loads of great stamp sets that would lend itself to this kind of scene building with her one that she made. Look at this, Jo. How cool is that? This Bendy card that my friend Julia sent to me. It's gorgeous, and this is what I'm trying to emulate, trying to case. Right, let's grab some dimensionals. Oh, I don't have any on here, just one. Let's use the end pieces. Isn't it? She sent it through the post to me, and I got it today, and I was so excited. She's such a lovely person. And yeah, she said, I hope this inspires you to have a go at this Bendy card. I was like, right, okay, let's have a go. And also, I thought we should play with the peaches. So it's a bit of a meld together. Okay, so have a peachy day. I'll stick that one up a bit higher, like that. And then we have got stalks to go on. So let's put that on. So it's really not a difficult card. Once you've made one, it's one of those kind. Once you've made one, you're away. It just takes a little bit getting your head around what bit goes where, and then you're fine. Pop that one there. I want to make sure I don't stick it to the other layer because we'll never get it apart for posting. There we go. Have a peachy day. Let's let that glue dry. All right, now the next bit, what should we do? Let's have some of these and put some flowers on. So probably won't use all of the things that I've done, but I wanted to make sure I had enough. So where the gaps are, I'm going to stick some of these peach flowers. Got a lot of glue going on there. And I think I'm going to stick it just this side of that cut mark, so it kind of disguises it. I don't think you can really see it, but that'll make sure you can't. Make sure the glue goes the other side of it. You don't want to glue it together. So that's that one. Have a peachy day. And then I've got some more. And I've got some of the peaches. The 3 peaches, they cut out and then they come apart like that. I managed to cut that one in half for some reason. Oh dear. So let's have a look. I think this one, I think we'll get a big one. Put it at the top. Like that. I'm just kind of going for it. I'm not quite sure how these fit, but I'm sure this will be fine. Peaches. It's a great way to use up all your scraps of white. So we're going to pop that one in here. Like that. Let's put some glue on the back. I am loving this. I can see myself making lots of these with different kinds of different stamp sets. Different stamp die bundles. Let's have another one with flowers on that end. I think we'll be nearly done. Probably good job because I'm covered in glue. What do you think, ladies or gents? I don't know, whoever's watching. What do you think? Would you have a go? I hope you have a go. Fun. That would go under there. I think it would. I think that would look quite nice. Layer it up a little bit. Like that. So you've got sprays coming down there. And then I might put a little bit more here. Yes, that's what we're going to do. Peach here. Find the top of it. And another one. Tuck it underneath. Because I chopped it up. And we'll put some flowers on it. I have no idea what peach flowers look like on a peach plant. On a peach tree, I have no idea, but let's hope. Okay, let's pop that one on. I can hear my poor son on his crutches. He's bashed his knee, but he's doing really well. Okay, we have a couple of little flowers left. Shall we use them up? I really love this card. I really love the peaches, and I really like the Bendy card. So thank you, Julia, so much for showing me, well, for sending me the card and inspiring me to have a go. So one there, and I'm using some of the weeny tiny dimensionals. So I've used everything I stamped and cut ready. Oh, I think I'll pop that one under there. Okay. Now, if we assemble it properly, we can put this piece through the back. You see how it comes through the back? Like that. Okay. How nice is that? Oh, there is one thing that I've forgotten to do that we mustn't forget to do. So we need somewhere to write on our card, and also we need to cover up the messy back. So that's where we're going to put a piece of basic white cardstock. Now, we said that this was, it was 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So we need a piece that's just slightly smaller. So 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And that should do the job. So that will go nicely on there. Although if we do exactly the same size, it's going to cover up all the joins. So I think that might be a better plan. Don't worry, I use all of my white, all of it, even including the scraps. So 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So let's go 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. Okay. So this piece will then glue on here and cover up all the joins and everything else. How beautiful is that? Now, we could do a little bit of stamping on the back, could we not? I'm not sure how clever I'm going to be at doing it. Should we give it a little go? I haven't actually stamped this without cutting it out, so we'll have a go. with the Pear Pizzazz. I am really making a mess tonight. And we will just, I think we'll just bring it down like that. The Pear Pizzazz is a really juicy ink pad and it looks a lot darker than it is. Oh, thank you, Francis. That's really kind. But I think when it dries, it's quite a lot paler. Right, I'm going to try the peaches. I don't quite know if I'll get them right. Well, we'll try it. There's nothing to lose. Not really. So, Pear Pizzazz. Not Pear Pizzazz. Pale Papaya. It's all the peas. Pale Papaya, Pear Pizzazz. Okay, and a little bit of Calypso Coral on the edges. Anything would do. A little brush, sponge, or a sponge dauber is the easiest if you've got one. Okay, let's see. How was I going to line this up? Now, I haven't done this, so if I can do it, you can do it. That would work. I had it a really good way when we started off. I think it's up that way. But that then goes over there. Let's try for that. That's as good as we're going to get. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad, is it? My first attempt at free stamping. Now, are we going to make this a birthday card? I think it'll make a great birthday card. So I think I'll bring in the Balmy Blue to match the base. It's the first time we've brought it in, so I think we will. And it's going to be a happy birthday. And then on the front it says, have a peachy day. So I think that's really cute. Happy birthday. Like so. My dog is letting himself in again. He's a cheeky boy. All right. Now, I did think of something. Whilst we've got the card assembled, we've got all these flat pieces coming through the back. So I need to make sure we only put glue around the edges and not over the back. So I don't want to glue it together, because when you put it in the envelope, you have to kind of pull the flaps out to make it flat. I hope that makes sense. So just a little bit around the edge, I think, would be the way to go. Otherwise, we could have a bit of a disaster. Right, let's make it the right way up. And we'll marry up all the edges. So I don't know if Julia watches or might catch it if I tell her that I've had a go at her Bendy card. Let's hope she does. So happy birthday. Oh, sorry about the shadow tonight. It's not very good, is it? So that's the side that you write on. And here's your card. Have a peachy day. And if you want to undo it to send it through the post, pull them out, lay it flat, and there you go. Hope you enjoy it, and I hope that you would have a go. And it's a lot easier than it looks. All the products that I've used tonight are in the brand new 2021 annual Stampin' Up catalogue, and you can find that in my online shop at katebolt.stampinup.net or over on my website at inkstampshare.ink. Do hop over there and get lots of inspiration. I hope you've enjoyed it. Do give me a thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll be back on Tuesday on my Facebook page for coffee and cards at 11 o'clock in the morning. Have I answered you? Oh, good. Oh, thank you, Jen. That's really kind. I love this sweet. So this is the one that I made earlier when I was practicing. And I just put happy birthday, and yeah, I left the edges straight, but I wasn't quite as keen on that, so I thought just go freestyle it with the with just a scissors. I think Julia might have freestyled hers. It's amazing. So, but she's put trees and birds on her brick wall. It's so gorgeous. Yeah, so I hope you like them, and I hope to see you next time. I'll be back next Friday. Take care. Thank you for joining me. Have a lovely weekend. Bye-bye.